Hello all. November 1st, 2012. What happened to September, October? Seems like they were just here and now they're gone. It's already November, and we're not really seeing cold weather yet here in California. But let's just go right over to the news. The Green Party candidate Jill Stein was arrested yesterday in Winsboro, Texas, or Texas. The Keystone Pipeline blockade is where she was arrested at. She keeps getting arrested there because she's right in saying that it's the most important situation there is, are these horrible pipelines that go all over the place. They go through state after state, and every time there's a bend, you're going to get corrosion and leaks. So it's just coming if this pipeline was to be built. They've already started construction of it in Texas, even though they don't have the permission yet. Jill Stein is the only candidate I feel like is worth voting for in the U.S. The two corporate candidates don't even mention anything about global climate change, the Keystone Pipeline, or the dirty oil that's coming out of Canada and needing to be pumped across the U.S. so that the U.S. gets to deal with the spills instead of Canada. Pretty smart thinking, Canada. These are the morning glories we saw in the last videos. There's a difference though. Look carefully. Here they are completely pink, and here is another one that's purple. Purple blue. Well, the nuts are still out. Since we've just had a mega storm, and it's clearly because of climate change, let's go look at the CO2 count. The last video I put any information on this was March 25th, 2012. The link will be on Pink Barrio. You can just go watch this video, the last CO2 video, and compare it to this video. Alright, atmospheric CO2. We know that that brings in greenhouse gas, brings up the temperature and contributes to global climate change. This CO2 count changes all over the planet on a daily basis, going up and down and following the season. It's lower in the winter and higher in the summer. That sort of varies though. That's not for sure. But this is the last time, March 25th, 2012 was the last time we looked at these numbers, and the April 28th, 2012 video explains these numbers in detail. So I'd really suggest you go watch the March 25th one, then come and watch this one, then go watch the 28th of April. Alright, so in September of 2010, our CO2 count was 386.83. In September 2011, the number was 388.95. In September 2012, the number was 391.07 parts per million. And the parts per million is all explained in this video here, and it's very, very easy to understand. If I can understand it, anybody can. Alright, a lot of the video trouble I've been having, I'm absolutely certain, is mostly YouTube. I believe that YouTube does not want people that aren't supporting their ad campaigns. In other words, if we don't have ads on our videos, they're not going to support us. And we get the worst servers, and we're always the last at line of getting our videos up. So I've changed my tactics a little bit when I upload, so the video may be just a little bit later than what the date is on the video. But it's still relevant. And with that, let's go up and see how many barges are in San Francisco Bay, which helps us figure out how oil supplies are doing in northern, central, southern California and parts of Oregon. Seems to be 3 barges in San Francisco Bay. And Brent Crude has been going up and down, but more down than up. Let's go check out and see what it's doing now. Alright, it's a full board. We started out at 108.6 and went all the way down to 108.4. Then we went back up to 108.6, dribbled, took a step up to 108.8, dribbled, and then we did the up and down. Up to 109, back down to 108.8, back to 109, back down to 108.4, dribbled, crashed down all the way to 107.8, did the ups and downs, went all the way down to 107.6, a little bit more, came back up to 108.6, and came back down to 108.2. And let's go see how gasoline prices are holding up at the expensive and cheap gas stations in San Francisco. Inexpensive gas station, which is now taking pumps off a line and making parking lots out of them. They can put 3 cars parked there instead of pumping gas. Expensive gas station. Yeah, it's getting a little muddy around here for hiking. Alright, next piece of news is about newspeak. One of our favorite subjects. They keep calling these massive storms and weather events and earthquake events a once-in-a-century type storm or event. This is keep you guys calm and so you don't question anything. It'll never happen again in our lifetime, kind of thing. Since 2 years ago, we have had storm after storm larger than this one. This one was a baby. It was 75 mile-an-hour winds. It covered a large area, but wonder if that was a 4 or a 3 or a Category 5 hurricane, which they said it very well could have been. It was just our luck that it went over some cool water and had severe wind shears that kept it from becoming a 5. And so it was just a very weak tropical hurricane. The reality is that we are now in the norm of the storms that used to be 100 years. They're now the norm. And not everywhere. It's just spotty right now. Remember, we're only 0.67 degrees globally warmer than we were back in the 30s. So we aren't really increasing temperatures that much, but look at how more intense the storms are getting. It's predicted that we're going to go up 5 degrees, even if we stopped right now with all of the carbon emissions. Can't imagine what the future's going to be like, but you know something, we're all going to experience it, aren't we? Let me know if you guys are experiencing any kind of weather things. You can either go to Pink Barrio and write it down, or below this video and write us. This is some of the native vegetation of California. And I want to thank everybody I want to thank all the new subscribers. And don't forget to go by Pink Barrio and check out our artists who are trying to make a living these days. If you're needing some holiday cards of some sort, check out pinkbarrio.com. As I said, I think most of my mechanical problems are from trying to upload to YouTube. That seems to be where most of the troubles are. So, you know, this is part of our own fault because a lot of video people are now backing down to YouTube and putting on these ads. It just makes it worse for the rest of us. So if you have ads on, maybe you should think twice about it. You're not helping anything. Alright guys, until next time.